Hey what's up everybody, and welcome back to my first iPad showcase, where today, if you can see my background, if you know where it is from, we're taking a look at Space Agency, the best mobilized space simulator I know. So here is the main menu. We have tutorials, quick play, sandbox, and career, and more. And the more takes you to this, where you can restore purchases if there are no purchases. You got feedback, and this kind of advertisement to Robot Crane, and you got email, and rest more again. You can share your stuff. I think either sharing or go to their website, Facebook, and Twitter. And then come back here. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the tutorials. I have all gold tutorials. So you have launch training, basic maneuver, docking, navigation, re-entry, orbit exit, orbital moving, cargo transfer, power magnement, I don't know, refueling and landing. So that's all good. Just a heads up for you guys, if you're new to this game, when you start this game brand new, and you don't know how to work it, do the tutorials. First off, when you start the game, you have to do the tutorials. They teach you a lot of stuff. They don't give you anything, so don't think it's going to give you anything, but it will give you something, which is experience, and you need experience to play this game, because this game is hard, but I'll spare that at a later date, aka in this video, hopefully. Anyway, I'll show you the launch training. This is what it does. Here is this. This tells you in every tutorial mission what you're gonna do. Like, see here, we have training tutorial 1, launching training. First step: build a 4-part rocket, successfully launch the rocket, enter orbit. You know, it's pretty simple. You know, lots of reading, and then this is what you gotta build. It tells you. So for this thing only, if you guys can see it or not, I'm sorry if you can't see it, because I can't see it on my screen. So if you can't see it, I'm sorry. I'll have a description, but since this game is only at this angle, so to record it, I have to have it pointing like this. So if you can't see this, I apologize. Anyway, so if we were to build it, this is the vehicle selection. See, this is if you're new to the game. I just went right here, saying this is the vehicle selecting. From here, you can build new rockets, or select any objects that you have previously launched into space. Press the new rocket button to continue. Now, what this does is a new rocket builds. You build and launch a new rocket. So you press this button, and then you come to this. It says, this is your build area where new rockets are created. Now, it doesn't mean that you can build your own rockets. Well, you gotta get what I mean. You can't just make up your own model of rocket and then do that. Really what you do is that you build from the pieces they have in all these categories, but I'll explain later. So what this is a building area where you create new rockets. The menu's down the right hand side of the screen contain parts to build rockets, payloads for those rockets to launch, and components for building space stations. Pardon me. We're building a small rocket today, so press the small stages button. And it comes with all this, and it says, to use a part, simply drag it from the menu. Try again. Try the Mercury first stage and drop it in the build area. I don't know why. It says try it. Boop. I'm gonna try because I have had this game for more than a week, so I know how it works. Anyway, now it says if you want to remove a part, simply drag it from the rocket and drop it back onto the parts, which is just like, okay. Try moving the Mercury first stage. See, if you swipe it, there, it goes back. Okay, let's build the rocket. So, pretty simple. Drag, drag, and drag. See? Simple. Well done. It's looking really good, but it's missing something. It isn't very interactive. Yeah, somewhere, I don't know. It needs a fairing. We need to go up to a level and select the fairing category. Swag, yep, I know. And then you tap fairings, and then here's the fairing, you drag it, as same as something else, boom. Nice, that's a fine looking rocket you built. And you see this, I'll explain that later, but it says, there are such in the percentage indicator on the left gives an estimate of how close to orbit how close to orbit each part of the rocket will get. Here you can see how much money you have spent and how much money you have remaining, which is important in the career. Okay, let's launch this awesome machine. Yeah, it's really awesome.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Now that's like that's like Houston talking
All
to you.
systems nominal.
So what you do
12
is
11 10 9
don't start with.
8
What I would do guys when launching a rocket, always start at 5 or 4.
3
Oh crap.
2 1 Liftoff.
Okay, so as you see, you hold down this button to launch the rocket, and this button will be shown later in the tutorial. This is the I'll explain this later. Thank you, game. I really appreciate. I thank you. I'll show it off later. Just shut up. My printer we're going up, and eventually we're gonna start going sideways any second now. Yep. Thank you very much. Here we go.
Commence roll program.
Yeah, roll program. This is when your rocket just starts turning. Now, when you have your multiple stage rocket, I wouldn't turn it all the way. Just keep it out of the red. Just kind of have it in the orange. Above the main target.
Approaching engine cutoff.
That, what the guy said, he said, almost, like, what he said was, the field's almost out. Yeah, I don't know what he said.
Engine cutoff.
Yeah, engine cut off. What that means is, the thing you're using is out of fuel, so you disconnect it, as shown right here, like so, and then we have a thing right here, so I got rid of that, and then we can boost it again.
Start set.
So this rocket has 2 stages, and we're dancing all over the place. God, that it is a space. We're now in an orbit, and boom, look at that, gold. Anyway, let's move on. We have Quick Play. We have Titan launch, Black Arrow launch, Proton launch, re-entry, space station, and Saturn V launch. Now, what these are is kind of like if you're too lazy to do sandbox and like you can put out tutorials, you have nothing to do, you can just fly a rocket for run. That's what this play is. You can launch the Titan launch, the Black Arrow, the Proton, and the Saturn V. Now, re-entry in space station, you can practice re-entry, and then you can practice docking at a space station. When you go in, this is the model of the International Space Station and Space Agency. So right here we have a resupply cargo ship. If I go forward a bit, oops, tap that. We stop right there. We turn. If you don't know, I'm using these controls right here, which control your little boosters on the side, and we go forward. There, dockage. So I'll have to do that in a later date. Just do stuff. Right here we have sandbox. I'm gonna fast. I have made a sandbox. I'm gonna show you it. It's called NASA. See here we have a picture of the International Space Station that says there's a sandbox. You can fly whatever mission you want, build a space station, explore the planets. There are no time limits or budgetary traits, and you have access to all the rocket parts that you have unlocked so far. Go explore. Note: the vehicle parts are unlocked as you complete the career missions, which I'll explain which are the career missions. So we have some objects here. We have vehicles, save, reload, rename, copy, share, and delete. Now all I'm going to do is explain what each of these does. Vehicle sends you to what we saw earlier, where you can make your rockets and go to any vehicle you have in your save. Save right here, so you can save your sandbox. Now, if you're doing a sandbox what I would do if you're not really if you're not really that good at the game, when you get something done, save it immediately. Do not do something else. If you get something done, save the game immediately. This save always works and never fails. Reload it. Let's say something goes wrong after you save the map, and let's say you launch an Apollo rocket, you're trying to go to the moon, but you failed and you crashed to the moon, and you don't want to have to do it all over again. Let's say you saved halfway to the moon. If you hit this reload button, it'll take you back to the last part for the last time you saved. So let's say you save one time and you save again. The second time you would save would be the time the reload would go back. So warning, if you save and then comes a crash like right after it, you're probably sad to have to make a new sandbox, but that probably shouldn't happen. Anyway, just saying. Rename means you can rename it. It's usually called sandbox. Mine's called nothing. I renamed it. So you press that, you can rename it. There's not really a limit. As long as you keep from there to there, you should be okay. Now copy, you can copy means you can copy your save. So if I was to copy this, if I was to go back here, I would see NASA. So yeah, you pretty much copy. Share, you can share your sandbox with friends, pretty simple. And delete, that's how you delete your sandbox. So, let's say your sandbox messed up, you don't want to make a new one, but you don't know how to get rid of it. You hit the delete button. Have to get rid of that. So, let's go to vehicle. I have loads of stuff. Of course, I have new rocket. I have an ES, which I'll show here. This is one of my own man-made space stuff. ES stands for Exploration Station. I'm going to use this. I haven't yet, but I will use it in the future for exploring the planets to see what's out there. Because I haven't seen every planet. I've barely seen. I've seen Earth, the Sun, kind of the purple planet, the yellow planet, the red planet, and the green planet. There are not many. There are many planets. Planets out there. So this is going to help me explore them and see what they have in stock. So we have, I got this idea somewhat off of a guy called Jack Engineer. Jack Engineer, I have to say I love your series, and you really did help me through the career mission. But I'll move on to that later. So yes, we have this. We also have a few more things. We have a Solar Probe B, which is right here. Oh shit, I just noticed that it's turned wrong. Stand by, guys. That's something to fix here. Here you are at the sun. Hang on, guys. Okay, there it is. Here we have two. Man, I'm just trying to fix it because they're wrong. I'm trying to fix them. Hang on. Stand by, guys. In Space Talk, stand by. Thank you. Okay, if we go back to what we're supposed to be looking at, here we have the Solar Probe Beta, I think it is. If you saw right here, we have the Solar Probe Alpha, which there is one mission where you have launched both of these. But anyway, I've launched these into the sun, which they do some stuff. Here the ADS stands for Asteroid Detector System, I think. I'm not really sure. Look at it. There was a mission where you built this, so I just took that off. Here we have this communication satellite, which is going around the red planet, which I call Mars because it's Mars. There was a mission I'm stuck on that you'll land on this box. Explain that later. Later, smelly gator. We have a telescope orbiting the moon. Nice. We have SS, which stands for Space Station. This comes with the sandbox map. I've done some modifying to it. If you know this is a lot, you'll see what I added these two refueling things in this thing right here, which is also with the fuel refueling thing. I've got rid of the spaceships. We have this another communication satellite going around the Earth. We have a telescope as well going around the planet, which is out of Bowers. I gotta fix that. And we have MSS, which is the mysterious space station, which I'll explain when we head to the career. So that's basically my thing. Now, what I'm going to do now is show you what in the sandbox you can do. Now, I know some people, telling you guys right now, people do play this game, but there are very, very little people that have done the career. Now, I will be doing the career, but I'll talk about that later. Anyway, if we go out of this, not save, if I create a new thing, I can show you what you can do here. In sandbox mode, you can do basically anything. You can make satellites, you can go to the, you can go to planets. It's basically like a real, like you're the boss of your space company, and you can do whatever the freak you want. But this is how it works. You have limited money and everything else, except the only thing you don't have limited is fuel for your spacecrafts. Now, some might think it's sandbox mode. You can do whatever you want. Yes, you can do whatever you want. I promise you. If you play the career, and you have it on the sandbox, you don't know what a sandbox is. A sandbox means you can do whatever you want. It's like free. It's like free roam. It's like free roam in some games that have a campaign or something like that. So you can basically do anything. You can go around, but the only thing that doesn't change from career to sandbox mode is the fuel. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is, never mind, I'll do that at the end. What I'm going to do now is, leave that there, and I'm going to show you quickly the career. Right here is the career I am at Silver Command. Here has all the missions I have done so far. So we have satellite launch, station resupply, manned flight, space telescope, orbital Randibus, something like that. New station hub, top secret, lunar survey, new station modules, telescope service, top secret 2, solar probes, station crew refresh, lunar orbit, grand tour, moon landings, ADS phase 1, Astro Mirroring probe, MSS rescue, and ADS phase 2. And I'll have here the red planet landing, which I have not completed yet. Talk about that later. Anyway, telling you guys right now, I'm gonna turn off the music real quick so I know you guys can hear me. Right after this, for the next couple of days, I will be making videos showing you guys how to do these missions. And I mean all of them, from 1 to 20, and if I complete any more missions, I shall do. Now, I'm going to tell you this, I'm not going to be doing it. I'm going to have the demo do it, so if you guys watch those videos, it will not be me flying the spacecraft. I'll just be somewhere else in this room while the camera's recording the demo version of that mission. So, this should bring you guys opportunities for people that are stuck on any mission that is over mission 17, which is 18, 19, 20, 21, etc. I'll only be able to do for now, as far as this video, mission 18, 19, 20, that's not past 17. Because I haven't been able to do number 21 yet, but I will eventually, because I think I figured out what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, I'm going to keep the sound off, so I'm sure you guys can hear me perfectly. I was telling you guys a few minutes. This red planet landing is kind of like the moon landing, which I'm going to show you real quick. The moon landing is like Apollo 11, first flight to the moon. You know, we have the stuff to do here. Assemble Saturn rocket, launch the rocket, making sure the third stage reaches orbit, dock the service and crew capsule to the LM, fly to the moon, separate the LM, land the LM in the landing zone on the moon, take a photograph, separate the LM ascent stage, dock with the service and crew capsule, leave the moon's orbit, discard the LM, enter orbit around home, re-enter and splash down. And this stuff, let's do say budget, $98,475,000. That's how much money you have to build a rocket, which that's all the money it takes to build it. So if you do that in real life, that is a lot of money. These space vehicles are not cheap, and your max time is 20 minutes. So of course it's a mission, you have limited time. Now there's a difference here from career to sandbox mode. I see here we have vehicles, but we have another stuff. We have vehicles, checkpoints, retry, restart, and then a demo. Oh yeah. The vehicles is the same, but there's no multiple vehicles. There's only one vehicle, which is the one you make. We have checkpoints instead of save. Checkpoints. Now, warning. This you guys have to know immediately. Checkpoints. You have a limited amount of checkpoints, so you can't just save. You gotta be spared with these and not use them over and over again, because you eventually will run out. And for this mission, you have 5 checkpoints, which is good. Don't waste them. So, retry. You know, it's like you reload in sandbox mode. It takes you back to the last time you saved your checkpoint. Restart means you start the mission from where it started. And demo is what I'm going to use. Now, let me tell you this. This is something you have to know. That's really important. And it's the last thing I'm going to say in this video. Well, somewhat. The demo, you can't get the demo until you do the mission. So, let's say you're stuck on a mission and someone doesn't do it. There's no demo. Before, you could buy demos, but the game has changed since then, and now you can't get any demo for the missions until you do the mission. I know it sucks, but don't worry. If you're stuck on any mission that's beyond 17 or beyond 17 or other missions, don't worry. I'll be making videos right after this and the next part. I'll be doing every mission, guys. I promise. So, I'm going to tell you guys one more important thing, but we have to go to number 21 first. Now, if you're wondering, why haven't I done it? Sounds pretty simple. Land on Mars, land on the moon. Now it's different. Well, it's not really different, but I've had some trouble landing on Mars and getting out somewhere. Well, I gotta hurry up. Actually, guys, I'm gonna stop this video here. I'm gonna tell you guys this stuff in the next video. I thank y'all for watching this video. Please comment below if you're having any trouble in this game. I practically know everything that's wrong and right about this game. So if you play this game and you're having any trouble, comment below. I shall help you the best I can. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the future. Peace.